Hey everybody, welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last episode, making an EVA foam lightsaber part 2, pow! We wrapped it up, that's right, and it was sweet. We saw how we did this cool peak and valley detail, very cool. We did our little gizmo at the top, we finished the handle, did our pieces at the end, and everything went down perfectly. A little difficult making sure everything's centered, and you saw how we got a little frustrated because when we drilled through our circles, we didn't come out perfectly centered on the back, but it was barely off. So you can't really notice it. Plus, when you're in the middle of flinging this thing around, making lightsaber sounds and everything, no one's going to notice these are not perfectly centered. So that means that in this episode, making an EVA foam lightsaber part 3, you know what time it is. It's time to seal it with Plastidip and paint it. And we're going to spray some of this, and we're going to paint by hand with a brush on some of this. We're going to come in with a super metallic silver paint to get this like chrome look, and the same level of metallic but for the copper. And then we're going to use a brush for the black parts. But we're going to do a lot of taping off, but super easy paint job. So if you're ready to hit it, let's make something. All right, we're out and back at the spray stand. We're going to coat our lightsaber. As we always talk about, do not spray even outside without your respirator. Definitely don't want to be breathing in the Plastidip. Sealed with several layers of Plastidip, looking good. We always talk about this too. It's a totally exciting piece of the process when you complete the whole build and you're like, yeah, check this out. And then this is the next step. When you seal it with Plastidip and it's coated in your black Plastidip, then all of a sudden, bam, it starts looking legit. And now the next step is going to be another jump in awesomeness, and that's when we start painting it. Completing the build, sealing it, painting it. Man, those three are bam! Awesome steps. There we go. On to painting it. All right, so now we're going to begin painting, and what we're going to do for this is we're going to come in with our metallic finish. So it should look like super shiny metallic silver and copper, because those are the two metallics we're going to have in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get out our modeling tape, and we are going to start to tape off some areas before we do our first painting. Just going to get our tape started. We're going to just roll it right around. All right, that end is covered. Now we're going to cover part of this top section here. So all the rest of this is going to be silver. And then after we're done doing the silver and it dries, we're going to mask off the tips of these ridges, and then respray this part black. So when we peel the tape off, these little ridges will be metallic silver. All right, so that's it. Time to head out to the spray stand and hit it. All right, we're out at the spray stand. We're getting ready to start to spray our lightsaber with our Rust-Oleum metallic finish silver. And like we always talk about, do not spray even when you're in a well-ventilated area without your respirator. All right, check that out. That is some shiny silver. Now we're going to come in, we're going to get our tape off. Wow, look at that. Now you can also tell when you're going to be spray painting something that's super glossy and super shiny, every little flaw and imperfection can be seen. But it's not the end of the world. Look, really cool. And the paint is almost dry already. Man, that Rust-Oleum metallic finish business dries fast. I mean fast. All right, now we're just going to give this a little bit of time just to make sure it's dry before we tape off this section and this front section so that we can get in some copper in here. Nice. All right, there we go. We did piece by piece around here. Now we'll roll all the way around here like this. All right, we're getting close. Now we just got to do a little bit up here around the top. All right, there we go. We're completely taped off. We just want to hit this area in here and this area with our metallic copper. All right, there we go with our metallic copper. Turned out crazy awesome. Look at that, man. That's some nice color right there. Looks like we picked up tiny little residue from the tape on our silver there, just a little bit. A couple little spots. So what we might have to do is, after we finish the paint job completely, we'll do a really light masking and we'll just re-gloss over some of the silver parts where we see some of that residue. But other than that, look at those colors, man. Those look like aluminum and copper for sure. All right. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to tape off, after all this dries, we're going to tape off again so that we can paint in here with a gloss black, and we're going to tape off our ridges so we can paint this whole end black, including in here, and then we're going to peel our tape off and we're going to have the bright silver lines on all of the peaks. Okay, so now what we did is we took our modeling tape and we put a piece down on the table and we measured out thin little increments and we cut strips of our tape. We are starting and we're just rolling around the barrel of our lightsaber like this along that ridge. All right, there we go, just like that. We've got those taped off. We're gonna lightly touch that down. We're just gonna go. All right, that's it. So we're gonna be covering this in black, so we don't want it to touch here. And we're gonna not want it to touch this silver part here. So we're gonna come in and we're going to lay in pieces all the way around till we complete the circle. All right, there we go. Now we're ready to come in here and get our black filled in. All right, we come in with our black. Even though we have black Plastidip, when you go over it with black acrylic, it has a nice rich shine to it. There we go. Wow, that is nice. All right. Wow. That is cool. Now we just keep going. Now we're going to wait till that dries because we painted our black acrylic on this really shiny metallic paint. So we're going to completely let it dry, and then we're going to go in and we're going to touch up some itty bitty tiny little spots. But other than that, in here and in here, and you saw how we taped off to get our silver little ridges. Very cool. Now, see that? We're using the square edge of our brush so we don't have to mask off. There. All right, there we go. Nice. All right, now this is almost dry, so we can start to go in and touch up some of our little silver spots that we still see. All right, there we go. Check that out. Nice and touched up. All right, we're gonna come in with our bright green. Boom, look at that. That is tight. Nice, look at that. Wow. Square edge of the brush, man. Rocks. There's one layer of the green. We're gonna bring in our cardinal red. Alright, let's get a second coat on the green. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, there we go. A couple coats of red and green. Okay, now what we did is we measured out little strips of tape and we used a ruler and we spread them out evenly. So we've wow. Awesome. Super cool, man. All right, now we've got our last little detail left, and that's gonna be hooking this ring on back here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna poke a hole on both sides with our nail, and we're gonna attach it on, and then we are done. Poke our hole on that side, and then we're gonna come in on that side. We're gonna stick it through just like that. All right, there we go. Lined it up with our holes, and we're gonna come in, we're going to crimp it. Oh, sweet. Let's tighten it up a little bit more. Nice. All right, there it is. And with that, Luke Skywalker's lightsaber comes to a close. All right, that was it. You saw how easy that was. Turned out great. We've got our super metallic chrome looking finish on here and our super metallic copper. And then we brushed in the black areas. Super cool. We're a little careful there with the red and green triangle shaped buttons, but turned out great. So our elegant weapon is definitely looking good. And you know what, I gotta say, I'm not feeling the whole elegant weapon thing, especially with this gizmo on the top. It's like big and clunky, and it's kind of in the way of where your hand goes. I'm a little surprised Luke wasn't saying something to Obi-Wan about like, hey dude, what is with this clunky thing in the way? So, not super elegant in my opinion, but I'm no Jedi, so. So that was it. Turned out great. Super easy build, just have to be careful. And that's it. So that concludes making an EVA foam lightsaber part 3. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're gonna go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.